Hey guys, I'm here with an update. Um, it's been about 3 months since I've made a video, and these past 3 to 6 months have been pretty wild. I want to say maybe 5 months or so. They've been pretty wild. Um, so I'm just going to give y'all a little bit of what's been going on these past few months. And I'm recording on my webcam, the YouTube webcam, the YouTube I guess program wasn't working, so I'm just using my regular webcam, and I can tell my voice is and my mouth is moving separately. So sorry, but I'm just going to be talking anyway. Um, okay, in January, um, we had an issue where my husband was attacked by three guys and a gun, and he fought him off. He got away. He's all right and everything. Thank God. He has a concussion from it because they were hitting him with the rifle, and so we've been kind of dealing with that. He's gotten a lot better, and he has ringing in his ears and stuff. But we kind of got through that pretty decently. Um, that happened like at the end of January, and then I think I did a video maybe in February or so. Yes, probably, or maybe March, after we got past that issue. Then I did a video of my updated skincare in March. And then a little bit after that, we went on vacation for spring break. And I hadn't mentioned this yet, but I was going to. My husband and I are planning on having another child, but my tubes are tied, so I decided to go ahead and get them untied. And March 22nd, I scheduled it was supposed to be an in and out type of surgery just to get the tubal reversal done. And what happened was, as they were sewing me up to let me, to be done with the surgery, they nicked a blood vessel. And so I bled internally for hours before they knew. And so uh, basically I almost died, which was pretty bad for such a little minor surgery. And so I was in and out of the hospital for like a week. They almost had to give me a blood transfusion, but when they said I was strong enough to where my red blood cells were starting to, the count was going up like immediately. As soon as they stopped the bleeding and everything, my blood cell count was going up really fast. So they decided not to do the blood transfusion. They just said, you have to eat, and drink lots of water and Gatorade, and just eat anything and everything you can get down. So I was on bed rest for like 4 weeks. I could only get up from the bedroom to the bathroom, and I needed the help of my husband. I couldn't go by myself because I was so weak. But anyway, for those 4 weeks, my incision never healed. It was still, all the blood that had pooled in my belly needed to come out. They thought it was just going to get absorbed by my body, but it didn't. So it was coming out through the incision. So my incision never closed. They tried to staple it, they tried to re-sew it, and it just wouldn't close. So I had to be with an open incision, and they had to clean it daily, and it was the most painful thing I've ever experienced. It was awful because they had to actually physically go in there and clean it out. And the most I could take was my painkillers, which was Vicodin or Tramadol, and that didn't help. It was just painful. So it was the worst 4 weeks of my life. So after about 4 weeks, I felt good enough. I went back to work, and it still took another 4 weeks before my incision completely healed. So I was basically in and out of I had to go to see the doctor every few days so he can clean out my incision. Then my husband was cleaning out my incision at home. And then finally, when I went back to work, I was seeing the doctor once a week for 4 weeks until my incision finally closed on its own. They had to leave it open and let it close on its own. So that went another 8 weeks. So from March 22nd to April 22nd to May 22nd is when my incision literally closed on its own. And then about, I want to say April 22nd. The beginning of April, after a couple weeks after my surgery, a lot of you know we're in the military, and we rent a house here where we live. And a couple weeks after the surgery, the landlord calls us letting us know that we have 45 days to move out because the owner of the home is coming back and he'd like to take possession of his house. So of course I'm bedridden, I can barely move. My husband's doing everything, and then we have to move. And that just kind of threw me for a loop. I was really, really anxious and upset for like the first couple of days. And I started thinking about it, and I had wanted to move because we were in such a tiny house. We were in a 4-bedroom, probably about 1,600 square foot house. And we were getting pretty tight. As the kids have gotten older, we've been there for 4 years. The kids were getting older, teenagers now. And we were accumulating a lot of stuff. Even though I'm not a pack rat, but we were accumulating a lot of stuff. And in the beginning, when we moved there, our stuff hardly fit. So I had contemplated moving, but moving is such a hassle, and it's expensive, having to hire people to help you move, or trucks, or whatever. So when he called and told us that, I almost lost it, because I was already thinking, okay, my husband got attacked and we just got through that. Then I had this surgery and we just got through that. And then now we have to move, and I can't even really do much to help, and it's just myself and my husband. So I kind of took it as a blessing at the same time, because I did want a bigger house, and I had just been talking about how, I wish we could get a bigger house, but I wasn't going to move just because, we were fine where we were. The rent was nice, and so we were comfortable. And a lot of times when you get comfortable, it's not always a good thing. So anyway, after I got over it a couple days, I started looking at houses and everything. Well, we lucked upon a nice house, 2,500 square feet, 2-story. I mean, everybody has their own space. We have our family room downstairs, plus we have a family room upstairs. So now the kids have their own space, literally. And so once it was time to move, I mean, it was exciting, it was tiring, and all of it at once. It's like kind of around the time when I was feeling a lot better, so I was able to do more. And I kind of pushed through any issues. My incision was still open, but I was doing as much as I could. And we got moved, and I have to show you the blessing that I got. I don't know if you'll be able to see it with this because it's the webcam. But I'm sitting in my closet right now. That is one side. And that is the other side. It's a pretty nice size closet, and what I had before was nothing compared to this. So you get little blessings out of things that you don't expect to be a blessing. So I was really excited when I saw this. I was like, wow, this is what I've been needing. But anyway, so then that happened, and we finally settled in. My son graduated from high school, so we were going through that, getting ready for him to graduate, kind of fussing with him because he was having issues with finishing up school. So we were going through that with him, being a teenager and just ready to get out into the world. He was driving us crazy. But now he's back on track. He's graduated, and so we're done with that portion. Then everything's looking good, and we're doing a lot better. We're getting to a place where we're balanced again. And I did another round of HCG because I gained about 15 pounds after my surgery, especially since the doctor told me to eat everything and anything and get anything, anything I could keep down, he wanted me to get down. And so I ate anything and everything that they put in my face, because my husband had to cook and he had to do everything. I just kind of went with the flow, and he'd bring me treats and stuff to make me feel better, and so I eat them. Well, I gained about 15 pounds, and so I just did a round of HCG. I lost 13 of the 15, and so I still need a ways to go to get back down to where I was before the surgery. But I've been wanting to come up on here and do a video, especially when I was doing the HCG, but it just seems like my sisters came down to visit, and we had family down here visiting, and it's like I just hadn't had time to sit down and do a video for you guys. But anyway, I had planned on doing a video this weekend already. Then we had another issue happen about, let's say, 2 or 3 days ago. I want to say maybe about 3 days ago, Wednesday the 27th. Well, whatever. It was June 27th. I don't know what day it fell on. But my son got up and went to let my dogs outside. And y'all know my little Frenchton that I just love so much. Her name was Lingy, and there's a couple videos with her on it. And there's one where she's snoring and woke me up. She snored like a human. He woke up and he came downstairs, and one of them had pooped. One of the dogs had pooped in the hallway, and he got upset about it because of course he had to clean it up. So he throws him outside. He's mad at them, and he says, you need to go outside and go potty or whatever. Well, he figured he could run to the store. He put him outside, and he figured he could run to the store, and when he got back, he let him back in. Well, unfortunately, it was right in the middle of the day. It was about 2 o'clock, and here in Texas, it was 108 degrees, and my baby girl had a heat stroke, and she died, and it was just so awful. I cried. Oh, they called me at work, and I'm trying to give instructions on how to cool her down, and it was too late. She had been out there too long, and he was only gone for about 30 to 45 minutes. And oh, that was just so devastating because I loved her so much. She was my baby. And my human baby is 11 years old. So he doesnling kiss mom anymore. He hugs on me when he feels like it. When you go to hug and kiss on him, he's like, get away, get away. So Ling was my baby. She was the perfect, like, size of a maybe 6 or 7 month old. And when I felt like being lovable, I'd pick her up, I'd snuggle in her neck, I'd kiss all over her, I'd tickle her, I'd play with her, and she would just lay there and just love it. So she was my baby. When I just wanted to hold something and love on something, she was my baby. So I was so heartbroken when I lost her. So the past couple of days I've been in mourning, and I'm just like so sad that she's gone, because she was my little joy. She was a piece of my joy every day. When I came home, she'd be sitting there waiting for me. When I left, she'd be watching me leave because she liked to ride in the car with me. So anytime I got a chance, I'd take her with me, and we'd go, whatever, to do something. And so that happened a couple days ago. So I've been sad. I've been down about that too. So it's one thing after another, one thing after another. But I'm not going to let it bring me down. I'm a very spiritual person, so I've come to understand that when things are happening and things are going to happen for you, there's always going to be an attack before. There's always storm before the sunshine. And through all this, we've managed to do a lot of things, which I'll come back and talk to you about as well. I'm just very excited that things are settling down now. My husband's alive. He made it through the attack. He's doing better. He still has ringing in his ears. I'm alive. I could have lost my life that day as well, and I'm thankful to be here. And we've moved. We have a bigger house. We have more space. We have an office now, which is where probably I'll be filming my videos, unless I'm doing something in the bathroom. But once we get the office finished and set up, I'll be probably doing my videos out of there. And I mean, we lost our baby girl, but I enjoyed her for the almost 3 years that we had her. She was the most beautiful little thing I've ever had. And my hubby told me today that I do have an unlimited budget to replace her, which might be a little while because I need that time to, I guess, get over her, because she's so sweet, and like I said, she was my baby. So I'm gonna wait a little bit, probably not too long, because I just love having babies around, puppies around, babies around, all over. But anyway, that's been my thing going on for the past 3 to 5 months. We've had issues up and down, crazy, but it's not going to break me down. It's not going to break me down at all. I'm a very, very strong person. I'm a very spiritual person, and I know whatever happens, It happens for a reason, and I've always prayed for God's will in my life, no matter what it is. And at this point, I'm just going to accept it and keep going. So that's my little update, just to let you know what's been going on with me. I'm going to be back to do an HCG update, a skincare update. I did go to the dermatologist, which I said I was going to do in my last skincare video. I did make it to the dermatologist, and I'll go ahead and do a video on that, which I'm going to do here shortly, actually, because I'm about to go take off my makeup and everything. And then that'll be up in the next couple of days. Oh, and I'm also going to do a hair update. My hair has grown quite a bit. If you can see, it's like way past. I'm at bra strap, maybe a little bit longer, and it's thickened out a lot. And I'm down to using basically 3 products, but it's 3 products, but it's really 2. I'll explain that later. But anyway, I miss you guys so much. For those of you that are on Facebook and Twitter, thanks for following me. I also have an Instagram now, and it is Miss_Isela, and I'll post it at the bottom. I'll post all the links at the bottom for Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So anyway, that's my quick update. I know it's not quick, but that's my update for now, just so you know what's been going on. I'm down, but I'm not out. And I mean, things are going to happen, so you just got to deal with them and move on. So anyway, I think that's about it. I hope you're having a good summer and staying cool, obviously, because it's very hot in some places. I think that's about it, though. Good talking to you, and I will see y'all in the next video. I'm going to do it, like I said, I'm going to do a skincare update here soon. HCG update coming up. That's going to be a big one. I have some news for you guys, so look out for that. And skincare, hair, all the good stuff. Anyway, love you, and I will see y'all later. Bye bye.